Investing into ETFs and holding them for the long term is one of the most straightforward and stress ways to build wealth. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 3 Vanguard funds that you should invest into, and if you hold them long enough, they could make you millions. I'm going to go into why I've picked them, what stocks they have inside, the cost and charges to own them, and where you can even go to buy them. Let's get started. Okay, so the first fund that I want to talk about is massive, and that is the Vanguard All World ETF accumulation, which has the ticker symbol VWRP. This right here is the perfect fund for those that want to approach their investing journey as passive as they can with a simple set and forget approach. I say this because what this fund actually does is it will actually give you coverage to the total stock market, as it currently holds 3,658 stocks inside it that are based in countries all over the world. On screen you can see that most of these stocks will be spread across America, Europe, the Pacific and emerging markets, with sectors such as technology, financials and consumer discretionary leading the way in terms of exposure. And whilst all 3 of the ETFs I'm going to be talking about in this video are really well diversified, this one right here will always give you the most diversification, because you'll never have to worry about tracking how an economy is doing or missing out on another one when it starts to boom, because you're essentially investing into the world. Now, one thing that you might have noticed is that in the name of this fund, it has the word accumulation in it, and depending on how much research you've done prior to this video, you might have also seen a similar fund to this one called VWRL, which has the word distribution instead. Basically, these are both identical funds that are made up of the same stocks, but with the accumulation fund, any dividends paid by the 3,658 stocks inside the ETF will be automatically reinvested back into buying more shares of that fund, whereas with the distribution version, any dividends will instead be paid out to you, and you will have the choice on whether you want to reinvest it or keep the cash. The reason I've chosen the accumulation fund for this one is because I believe that this is the closest that you can get to true passive ETF investing, and having those dividends reinvested for you automatically really gives you no reason to keep going in and checking your investing app, and you can simply, like I said earlier, set it and forget it. The next thing to mention is the fees to own this fund. Now basically, all ETFs and index funds will have attached charges to them to cover the costs of managing and running them, but generally these are extremely low when you compare them to something like an actively managed fund or the fee of a financial advisor should you choose one. In the case of this fund, VWRP has a 0.22% ongoing charge, and on the official Vanguard website it actually shows you the difference in what you would typically save on a 10 grand investment with these low fees compared to a similar fund elsewhere. Moving on, let's take a look at the fund's past performance, and whilst we remember that it's not always an indicator of the future, its positive returns in the little time it's been around still gives me the confidence as a long-term investor on how safe my money is going to be. As you can see, the fund has been around for just over 4 years now, and it's seen an all-time return of around 38% and an 8.5% gain in the last 12 months. This isn't as good as the next fund I'm going to be showing you, but if you did want to have a more diversified option while still seeing some nice returns over the long term, this might be one that you want to consider. Now, if this does tick your box, you're going to need to find somewhere to buy this fund, and on screen I've put all of the different platforms that have this fund available, but the ones I personally recommend going with is going to be either direct with Vanguard or using Trading 212. Moving on to the next fund on my list, this is going to be the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF distribution, which has the ticker symbol VUSA. Now, if you've shown any interest into investing in the past or had any form of conversation about it, I can't imagine that there hasn't been a time where someone hasn't mentioned the S&P 500 and you have some kind of idea of what it is. But for those that haven't, in short, the S&P 500 is an index that measures the value of the stocks in the 500 largest corporations in America, and going back to our Vanguard fund VUSA, its only job is to emulate that, and probably one of the reasons it's become popular within the investing community as of late is its solid performance over the past decade. In the last 5 years alone, this fund has seen an impressive return of 73% and 327% since the fund was created back in 2012. It has 506 stocks inside it, which are of course all in America this time, and just like the All World ETF, information technology and financials are in the top 3 sectors, and you also have healthcare. Once again, the ongoing costs to own this fund are very low. In fact, they're even lower than the All World fund at 0.07%. However, for this fund, one thing you might have noticed is that I've actually selected the distribution version over the accumulation. Like I said, as long as you plan to reinvest your dividends, it's not going to really matter that much anyway, but as this is a fund that might not be the only fund inside your portfolio, I prefer to have the option to have the cash so that I can choose where my money is reinvested, and the distribution fund gives me just that. In terms of where you can buy this fund, here's a list of the brokers, but once once again, the only recommendation I can give is either using Trading 212 or Vanguard. Next up is the FTSE 100 Distribution ETF, which has the ticker symbol VUKE. Now, just like the S&P 500 in America, the UK has its own version in the FTSE 100. And if you haven't guessed already, this index consists of the 100 largest and most actively traded companies on the London Stock Exchange, and it's this fund's job to track and mirror it. Now, I have to say, this fund is probably the riskiest out of the three funds in this video, simply due to the amount of stocks inside the fund, which currently stands at 102, and the fact that it's UK based, which hasn't managed to keep up with the performance of America in recent times. Over the last 5 years, the fund has seen a return of 9% and an all-time return of 32%, but once again, the past is never an indication of the future. I mean, if you think the UK is due a big bounce back soon and you think the economy is going to grow over the next 10 or 20 years, this might be a fund to consider. One thing I like to do actually is take this fund and actually combine it with another one. For example, if you invested into the S&P 500 VUSA fund and this one at the same time, you're almost creating your own DIY portfolio where you can control your weighting between America and the UK. When it comes to fees, this one has a 0.07% ongoing charge, which I'll repeat is much cheaper than any active fund should you decide to invest into it. And one more time, here are the apps that this fund is available on, and of course, you already know that the only two that I can give personal recommendations for is Vanguard and Trading 212. One thing I will just quickly say is that I'm not saying that the other platforms are rubbish, nor should you not trust them or anything like that. What I am saying is that I haven't used them properly enough to give them a good recommendation. Okay, so now that we've covered the ETFs, one thing that I do want to answer is a question that I get quite a lot from viewers and definitely friends, and that is, what do I do? Do I just invest all of my money in the All World ETF and sit back and watch the money grow, or do I take a little bit more risk with something else? Well, first of all, the good thing about all three of these funds is that if you were to compare them into investing into individual companies and, God shall I say it, crypto, this is almost the safest bet that you can get. But with that said, personally, I like to go for the hybrid option of investing around 80% of my money into the S&P 500 VUSA fund and around 20% into a fund that tracks the British economy. The reason I do this is because I want a higher exposure to America, and because in terms of investing, I'm actually relatively young in the space and I've got lots of time to invest, meaning my risk tolerance can be a little higher than others. But once again, all three are going to be a pretty safe bet if you're investing for the long term. So with that said, I hope this video has helped. Also, make sure you let me know what funds you're investing into in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you wanted more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.